Hey, my wonderful, wonderful people. A pleasant morning to you. All right, beautiful people. I saw a video that is quite disturbing to me, and I think we need to take action, and the relevant authorities need to hold some of these police officers accountable. So a man went to the police station. I don't recognize the station. I know all police stations, by the way. I don't recognize which station it is. And it looks familiar, but because of how the video is angled, angled and how it is set, I can't pick it up. But anyway, and you had a sub officer there. You had I can't see his epaulette good to see if it's a corporal or a sergeant. I couldn't see it, so it's between a corporal or a sergeant. I couldn't see it if it turned. So it could be a sergeant, but but I know it's a corporal or a sergeant, I should say. And you have the other constable officers there. So apparently the man is a friend of whomever it is that the police had stopped and searched. He said stopped illegally, basically. Searched, found a machete in his trunk, and I suppose maybe charged him or took away the job, because I only saw part of the video. So I don't know, I didn't hear everything from the beginning. I watched only what I got. I think it is on Instagram. So the man is explaining and said what he did was illegal. Because, there is, I suppose there is a way to carry your machete. I know sometimes they tell them to wrap it up, especially if you're a farmer or whatever it is that you do, or, there are reasons that governs it. And plus it is in his trunk. So right away it's telling a story that it is not for intent, I guess, to do any kind of harm, because you would put in your trunk away from you if it is, that you're going to do something. Although people can pre-plan things. But generally, and maybe the nature of his job. So the policeman, the sub-officer, the corporal or the sergeant was saying, I guess, asking him to explain what happened. He said, okay, he stopped a friend, searched him illegally and took the machete and whatever it is. But while he's explaining, the constable, because I guess they're in charge of the shift, not the corporal or the sergeant, they're telling him, so what is it? What business do you have here now? The man said, it doesn't matter. This is a public place. It doesn't matter. This is a public place, because I can come here and have a conversation with a police officer or whatever it is. It's a public place. And then they proceeded to tell the man to come off the compound, because they have no business, or he has no business doing now. So come off the compound. And then, the man said, what? And him said, if you ever don't move a gearbox. And I saw when he made his hand and you see the phone shaking up, the man said, do not do this. Is assault. Do not assault me. And then you see the constable making his hand as though he wants to box him. And remember, on your books, as on the basis of what a police officer told me, pointing in somebody's face, and we're talking in a combative sense now. We're not talking about if somebody's saying, you need to be, no. So we're not going to be ridiculous and puerile. Where it is now becoming combative. And he said, I don't know if he boxed him. I can't say he did or did not. But listen to me, police officers. They come like dopey, they bright and out of order. And all of you need to be held accountable, including the sub-officer. I don't know if he's a corporal or if he's a sergeant. As I said, it's because if he came a little bit this way, I would have been able to see clearly if he was a sergeant or just a corporal. When you wrap up too much with people, you see, when I say familiarity breeds contempt, these are the things that happen. You could not speak to your subordinates. You could not speak to those constables to say, no, hold on. He has a right to be here. You cannot tell him to come off the government property under your house. It is not your home of abode. You don't reside there. That is not the address you would put for your personal matters. That is not your personal home. After a while, they're either going to throw you out of the job or you have to retire out of the job. Whichever way you look at it. How dare you tell a man to come off the compound? And the man was not coming with any threat to you as police officers. But because you don't feel on a bull buck and dumpy conqueror under the law, which you are not, you carry out a portion of the law, the basics of the law. Somebody does something, you can arrest and then charge them. Only for a time, if you can, depending on what it is. The rest of it goes to the court, the judge, the juror, and the lawyers, and deal with anything else. If the person should be imprisoned or released, and you can't do a thing about that. How dare you? What do you mean tell a man to come off the compound? Are your house? Are your house police officer? Me say for your humble abode. Is it your house? You're out of order. They need to wrap up. including that sub-officer that was there, because he should have said to you guys, no, stop it. The man has a right. This is a public place. Our motto says we are here to reassure, to protect, and to serve. We are here to rate. So because you're here to serve, it means that you work for the people in a sense. I know your place, I know your house. If somebody come by your property, you have all right to chase them off of your property. What do you mean you go hand back? Box who? What do you mean you're going to box a man? You're getting out on a rockers. Dump it definitely the pound and get a water. Are you crazy? Are you people mad as shad? I hope they hold you accountable, you know. They need to make that video go viral. They need to make that video go viral, because we want, until something happens, until you guys are held accountable. You have good police officers. So if you're a good police officer, don't take this personal. If you're a good police officer, do not take it personal. But when I get mad, dump it must depend, you know. I wished I knew that station. I couldn't see it because of how it's set. I mean, I look at it and say, it look familiar, you know. It looks familiar. Like I know it's which one. But it will come to mind after a while. How dare you? How dare you, constable, telling man to come off the property and boy, you might give him a back so. Then man need to sue from now till tomorrow. You understand me? They're not holding many of you accountable. Every day when they get up and talk about search. You understand? People comply. I comply with it. You understand? Because we often tell them, comply but complain later. Because some of them must, like the brain, something seems to be off. Like there's a disconnect in terms of where the wires of the brain should be. What do you mean I tell a man about you give him a handbag, and set your hand that way? I saw the video. It come like on the mad as shad. And these are the things that the relevant authorities need to come down on these people, because they're getting in their mind, once the name police officer, you are not the law. You are not the law. You are not. You carry out a portion of it. You carry out a portion of it. And if you break it, the same reprimand or the same accountability will be emitted to you. It's the same thing. Your police officers in prison too. If you break the law, you pay. If you break it, you have to pay the piper too. You have to follow the laws of the land. You're a law-abiding citizen. Supposed to be a law-abiding citizen. As you carry it out, you practice it as well. What do you mean I tell a man to come out of your house? Me never know say you have your bed spread in there. You buy your place from, you buy your things from courts. Or you want a little China man shop them. Or you catch up two little board and sit down in it like a cat. What do you mean come off the compound? Anytime, any hours, any day, the man can come in there for whatever reason, as long as he's not threatening. And if he is, obviously, then you would enact the law. If he's coming, he never came there to threaten. The man could even walk up, afraid to walk up into the station. How dare you, constables? And they need to hold that sub-officer accountable. They need to hold him accountable, because he should have said to the men, just hold on a second, guys. You don't have to disrespect them, but say, let me deal with it. Let me speak with him. Let me speak with him. But understand, I love the gas, and I love the aggression, and I love all of the negativity, knowing that people are carrying things on media now because they realize the laws of the land now holding accountable, so they have to show it to the world, so that the right people, when they're pressured, they come and hold them accountable. They need to come and hold you accountable. You may tell the man to come out of station. Do not tell no civilian or anybody to come out of any state. It's not your home. It is not your home of abode. Because you come like say madness attack someone, you know. Like insanity really their own. And I'm not making a mockery of people who may struggle or suffer from insanity. What do you mean come out? What do you mean? People, when I saw the video, I was saying to myself, is that the police officers, it's like you're just doing everything to not reassure, to not serve, and to not protect. For years, there is always that gap, that disconnect, a gulf between you and the civilians, and you're making it worse. Look here how the laws of the land and the government trying to show a little transformation, want to still come back with the stupidity and the madness, as though your brain is separated or your brain is down here while the balls are up here or something of the sort. Something is wrong with you. Why would you tell a man to do that? Why would you tell the man to do that? They need to hold you accountable. They need to hold all of you accountable. Even though the sub-officer was not doing anything wrong, but he did something wrong, he should have chided them in a respectful manner and said, let me deal with the man. Guys, you know what to do. Read TikTok and YouTube. Have a good one.